Imagine you have an enemy that never leaves your side. It doesn't matter what you do, it's always there. You make plans, it ruins them. You try to be happy, it reminds you why you shouldn't be. And now comes the frightening part. This enemy is your own brain. Since childhood, we're taught that the brain is our protector, our ally, our guide. But there's a darker truth. Sometimes the human brain tries to save us, even if it hurts us. And psychology has a chilling word for this: self-sabotage. But why? Why would the brain destroy itself? Here's where the strange story begins. Let's go back, far back, to a time when humans ran through trees, feared every shadow, and every sudden sound meant death. Our brains were built for survival, not happiness. And this is one of life's bitterest ironies. Our hunter-gatherer brain still believes the world is full of danger. So it overwarns, overdoubts, overfears. And the result? A mind that sometimes protects you by destroying you. But this is only the beginning, because here comes the twist. Sometimes the brain becomes so used to pain and anxiety that peace feels foreign to it. It might sound strange, but psychologists say the brain adapts to anything repeated, even if it's harmful. And once it adapts, it repeats it. That's why some people can't leave toxic relationships, or why those who were ignored as children later fall in love with people who treat them the same way. Not because they want to, but because their brain believes the familiar is safer than the unknown. A false safety, yet tempting. Our identity is sometimes nothing more than an echo of our painful habits. But the story gets deeper, because the brain doesn't just repeat the past, it rewrites the future. Its tool? Negative bias. Our brain naturally focuses 3 times more on the bad than the good. A piece of bad news, a small mistake, a criticism, it magnifies everything. And the result? You believe your misery is real, when in truth it's exaggerated. But the darkness doesn't stop there. Another mechanism steps in: your destructive inner voice. That voice in your head saying, "You're not enough. You mess everything up. Others are better. Nothing ever goes right." Psychologists say this voice isn't always yours. Sometimes it's the echo of a harsh parent, a humiliating teacher, or a judgmental society. But the brain records those voices and plays them back in your own tone, as if you've let an enemy enter your castle, and now, waving your own flag, it attacks you. But here comes the biggest twist. The moment everything changes, the brain isn't just an enemy, it's an enemy that can be trained. If you battle it or shame it, it fights back harder, like a wild animal that attacks when threatened. But if it feels safe, it calms down. The brain loves safety, and it learns safety from your reactions, not from the outside world. That's why skills like deep breathing, meditation, journaling, therapy, or habit building can truly retrain the mind. Not because of magic, but because with every repeated experience, the brain rewires itself. Psychologists call this neuroplasticity. In simple words, even the darkest minds can be lit again. And now the ending. Not a bright, glittering ending, but one that stays with you. If you've ever felt that your greatest enemy is yourself, remember this. This cruel enemy wasn't born this way. It was just afraid, just conditioned, just doing what it learned to do to survive. But survival is not the same as happiness. And that brings us to the final line. Sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is to protect themselves from themselves.